So, good afternoon, everyone. Let's wait for people to join. Let me see. We'll start in 2 minutes' time as soon as the people join. I'm trying to set up my camera. Just give me 2 minutes. Hi, Namrata. Welcome to this webinar. I hope I'm audible. I hope I'm audible now. Yeah. So we'll start in a minute's time. So we've got 5-6 views as of now. Thank you. Thank you. So let's start. So Namaskar and Jai Hind to everyone. I'm Nindiya Saket and I'm principal of Manavrachna International School, Noida. And I take this opportunity to thank Abhivira Foundation for once again providing me this platform to share my views with you all. And today I will be sharing my views on a very important fundamental of success, which is emotional intelligence quotient. And I will start by saying that people will forget what you said and did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. So we understand that it's the feeling that is significant to our relationships, how we treat people, how we make them feel. It's an important factor for our successful lives, whether it's professionally or personally. Whenever we talk of quotients, generally people must have heard about IQs, which is intelligence quotient. The IQ makes up only 20% of the factors that determine life success, while other forces like EQ, wealth, temperament, family, education, luck, and these all balance out the success factor, which means that cognitive skills like verbal comprehension, memory, reasoning, and processing speed will definitely help academically, but they will only get a person so far in life. To really go the distance, those IQ traits should be rounded up with social, emotional skills like motivation, perseverance, impulse control, coping mechanisms, and the ability to delay gratification. Like IQ, even EQ is measurable. A traditional IQ test assesses cognitive abilities through vocabulary, through reading comprehension, through retention, reasoning, math skills. While EQ assessments test different aspects of emotional intelligence, like emotional literacy, empathy, intrinsic motivation, and how we navigate our emotions. Schools with more progressive approaches to social emotional learning are starting to assess EQs in students to get a baseline. Some school counselors may suggest an EQ test for a child who is struggling socially to determine which skills to work on and which skills will help this child. Just like with IQ scores, an EQ score is 100 to be considered as average. 115 is awesome, but 85 indicates that there are some challenges. So IQ and EQ are like intelligence and sensibility, जैसे बुद्धिमान और समझदार. Your intelligence is important for you to let and to get you entry into an organization, but to sustain that organization, you have to have sensibility. You have to be sensible to remain in that organization, to sustain the organization. So what exactly is EQ? Emotional intelligence is the ability to identify, evaluate, control, and express emotions in effective and positive manner. I would say that it is the capacity to be aware of self-control, expressions, how we express our emotions, and to be able to handle interpersonal relationships judiciously and empathetically. It is the key to both personal as well as professional success. Now the question arises that why does EQ matter and why should schools take care of the EQ, the emotional quotient in the students? Well, teaching young people skills such as active listening, self-awareness, and empathy can equip them to succeed both academically and socially. And why schools should take up this responsibility? Well, the modern times are the changed times. Before, we used to have joint families. There were Nana, there was Dada, there was Dadi, there was Chacha, there was Chachi. There were multiple children, 4, 5 cousins in the family. So children used to, with huge families, children used to grow up with these skills automatically. They would learn adjustments, they would learn tolerance, they would learn to control their emotions. But now the things have changed. Now, majorly we have nuclear families. So when we have nuclear families, maybe both the parents are working and maybe they have late hours. They do not have much quality time to spend with their children. And maybe they are not able to help children manage their emotions and develop appropriate skills. In such cases, schools become the platform for providing opportunities to vent out the emotions of the children, and if the schools equip the students with understanding the emotions, the success is sure to follow. I'll give you an example. Let's say there is a family and they have a child. A child is born in a family where both the parents are working. And these parents, they regularly have fights at home. Now, this child is very strong on IQ, but does not know how to cope up with emotions. And he goes to a school where no such platform is provided to the children to vent out. There is not a counselor in the school who looks after these children to share their emotions, to communicate their emotions and to vent out. So what will happen? That the child will grow up without understanding other people's emotions too. And there is a possibility that he will not be able to handle success. Now there's another child in the same situation, very high on IQ, but the parents still do not have time. They are not able to help the child in handling emotions. This child goes to a school where his emotions are being taken up. There are counselors to look into the needs of these children. This particular child provide platform to the child to communicate emotions and is encouraged and is motivated. Now this child grows up with a balanced emotions, and as the need was taken care of in the school, there are 99% chances that this child will be leading a successful life, will have a balanced, successful life professionally as well as personally. So in my own school, in Manavrachna International School, I had a child who was going through kind of similar emotions. And because we take care of such children, so this child not just was provided the platform and could vent out emotions, could share, communicate the problems, and was taken care of in the school. This child was this child excelled academically, and she is so strong that she's formed her own NGO, And she's just passed out and she's formed her own NGO and she's looking after the needs of other children. So I would say that emotional intelligence can be said to cover 5 main areas. One is self-awareness. Second is emotional control, self-motivation, empathy, and relationship skills. And above all, it's the communication skills. If the communication skills are good, then it becomes an opening to good understanding, better friendships, academic excellence, and later on, maybe better employment. If such skills are taken care of in the formative years at school, there is a possibility that it will provide a foundation for future habits necessary for the life. At Manavrachna, we regularly ensure that our students and teachers are provided opportunities to work on this important fundamental, which is emotional quotient. You must be wondering, if we are taking care of it, then how have they benefited? I will tell you what all we do to ensure that we take care of the emotions and well-being of these important stakeholders, the teachers as well as the students. So the foremost, I would say that confidence is the key. We provide opportunities to the students and teachers to take a stand and lead others according to their abilities. Every year, roles are revised and are reversed, and new candidates come up for taking leadership responsibilities. Students are given responsibilities which are frequently changing to give opportunity to everybody. Teachers have shown improved decision making, especially during this time of quarantine, where they were learning an entirely new system, facing several challenges and taking prompt decisions on their own. As the new system was this platform, the online teaching was new to them, and they were able to handle pros and cons, which could have been very overwhelming for many, considering it was a very new platform with different technology methodologies. Thus, I would say that an emotionally stable mind has helped them bridge this gap and enhance their teaching methods without jeopardizing learning processes. Team effort and resilience is seen when teachers get together department-wise to make sure that they build courses and presentations to deliver the material in best possible way for maximum retention of the students. Several team building activities are organized in the schools, in the classrooms, and even in these online classes where the students are given the opportunity to showcase teamwork and are guided by the teachers to maximize their team performances. The emotional stability ensures that the teachers understand the problems faced by each team member and work together cohesively to find solutions to the problems thrown towards them. So the importance of keeping a balance between both professional and personal life is often encouraged amongst teachers, which leads to a decreased occupational stress and more productivity, thus enhancing their mental health and emotional stability. A good bond and communication between the heads and the teachers is crucial to understand the amount of pressure being felt by the teachers and distribution of work being done accordingly to make sure everyone is able to manage. If an employee has a stable emotional state, they are better able to deal with challenges and have tools to help them bring out maximum productivity without exhausting themselves. This ensures that they are satisfied in their endeavors, and this satisfaction decreases the chances of an employee to consider leaving an organization. Several stress busters activities such as birthdays at the end of every month, celebrations of various festivals together, and meetings with heads sharing their difficulties also help in keeping a good environment and spirits up. Teachers also learn from each other and their heads on how to create a conducive and a balanced life and improve their physical and mental health. So mental health department also regularly in our school, they regularly take various sessions for the teachers as well as the students to ensure that everyone is not only physically but mentally also fit to handle the situations in the school. So we believe that an emotionally stable person is better able to provide with an unbiased view of the task at the hand, and the feedback is also taken in a very positive manner, avoiding possible conflicts. So when you are in the habit of accepting feedback in a positive manner, definitely the conflicts will not be there. So in our school, soft skill sessions are there. We have these soft skill sessions for the children, wherein they are held every week to ensure that the children are growing both physically as well as mentally. The sessions also talk about various ways in which students can be kind, they can be empathetic towards others' needs, and how they can control their own adrenaline rush, their own emotions, and they can recognize their own emotions. So various tools such as meditation has also been introduced in our school to ensure that these children can be empowered to help themselves and others around them. Better learning and understanding is prominent in students who are very well aware of their mental and physical fitness, and they're able to deal the challenges in life with, I would say, with stability and with balance. So this emotional intelligence is covered in almost every session we take with the students and is an integral part of the career counseling program as well. So I would say that empathy is vital to EQ. So if the child knows how to empathize, if he understands others' perspective, he's being non-judgmental and he's recognizing the emotions, his own emotions and the feelings, he's able to handle things in a better way. He's able to handle situations in a much better manner than anybody else would be able to. So I would say that like getting into another person's shoe, understanding another person's perspective, help child make better decisions in life. I would like to share here that I have a child in my school who got his head shaved. And why did he got his head shaved? Because he had a friend who was going through chemotherapy. He was a cancer patient. And during the process of chemotherapy, he lost his hair. So to make the child feel better, to make his friend feel better, my student, he got his hair shaved, which is a big, huge decision when you are a teenager, when you are in an age group where people can make fun of you. But this child was very strong on empathy. So he, to empathize with his own friend, he got his hair removed. He got bald, and he had the courage to come back to the school with without hair and handle the comments, the criticism of his friends, and not just handle, but he made them understand also his perspective. And we really respect him for that. So I would say that the ability to manage thoughts and feelings is one of the most effective and efficient ways to support each other. So if the students are able to support each other and are able to manage their emotions, they are able to handle themselves much better. This is especially so in secondary wings, where the students become impulsive very soon because of the hormonal changes. We have seen that the students with higher levels of emotional intelligence are able to better manage themselves and relate around them. This can help them develop improved self-motivation and more effective communication skills. On the other hand, students who lack emotional intelligence can become less connected to the school, negatively affecting their performances in the classrooms. Improving emotional intelligence in children can help them in many ways, like this can improve their self-awareness. They know to handle themselves better. They know how to handle their emotions better. They know how to take care of others. This helps them manage the stress. Their motivation is boosted up. They build empathy. They make good decisions. They communicate effectively. and they develop better relationships. In fact, I would say that modeling EQ also begins at home. Parents begin to teach emotional literacy to the kids right from infancy. One of the things that's really important in early years is the children if the children are able to understand how they're feeling and to be able to put words into those feelings rather than just acting out. So physical aggression in children begins between the age group of, I would say, 2 to 5 years, and that's before they start going to the school. So this is a time when the child would grab things, hit others, bite them, because that's the language that they know, and that's how they express themselves adequately. But their aggressive communication presents an opportunity for parents to help them name those feelings, to coach them through play or through moderating their play with other children, and how to get along. So they can teach their children, they can tell them that, are you feeling aggressive right now? You are not supposed to bite, okay? It's okay to be, getting angry, but then do not bite, do not hit others. So parents have a major role to play where emotional intelligence is concerned. Parents should also take a close look at their own emotional intelligence. It starts with their own self-awareness because they are leading by example. So there is a take-home for parents as well, as children idolizes them and look up to them as their mentors. So I would say that talk about your child's emotions. Talk to your child about his feelings. Help him or her name the feelings. It's very important to name the feelings. For example, you can ask them that, are you angry? Or you look excited? Or you seem to be very happy. Are you frustrated? So when you name these emotions, children are able to understand the emotion much better. So ask how a situation has made them feel like that, and why are they feeling happy, or why are they feeling frustrated, or why are they feeling sad. So give them this opportunity to express why factor as well. Then is how they will make the connection. Talk about what your child can do and help the child to improve any negative situations. Give an opportunity to the child to convert these to find out these negative situations and help them to make them positive. How the child can make these negative situations as positive. Let the child critically examine the situation, because effective communication is very important for emotional intelligence. So let your child know that you understand how the child is feeling. Try saying, I think you look excited, or you seem to be unhappy, or you can talk about how the emotions has affected the child, how is he feeling, and did his emotions affect others as well. So help your child reflect on his or her own emotions to identify what makes him or her feel in a certain way. Find solutions to any challenges together. Clearly communicate your own emotions to your child, why you feel in a certain way and how you deal with your emotions. Lead by example. Everyone knows that high IQ is no guarantee to success, happiness, or virtue. It is EQ which helps us identify the ways and means to reach our goals. So I will sum up by citing a quote by Aristotle, that anybody can become angry. That is easy. But to be angry with the right person and to the right degree and at the right time and for the right purpose and in the right way, that is not within everybody's power. And trust me, it is not easy. So I will sum up by saying that take care of your emotions. Help others manage their emotions. Help others in dealing with the emotions. My advice to all the schools, please look after the emotions of your children. Ensure that they are listened to, they are taken care of, and they identify their emotions effectively. And all those schools who are dealing with children like this, all those parents who are helping their children manage their EQ levels. Trust me, your children will never let you down. They will be very successful in life. So thank you so much. Thank you, Abhivira Foundation, for giving me this opportunity to share my views with the viewers. And in case you have any queries, you can inbox me on the Abhivira Foundation page only, and I will be there to answer all your queries. So thank you so much. God bless you all. Take care of your emotions. Take care of the emotions of your near and dear ones. And Jai Hind. God bless you all. Thank you.